大家好，我是 Amber， 欢迎来到我的频道。这个周末呢，我先生一直在加班。今天是星期天，吃过早饭，他又要去办公室了。
So, I have some work to catch up on, even though it's weekend.
Oh.
So, I'll go into the office and try and get all caught up so that I'm not behind when I start the work week.
Oh. When you can come back?
Yeah, hopefully I'll be back by 6 or 7.
Okay. I'll wait for you.
Why? What else could you possibly do? Move out? I don't know.
Yeah. What do you want?
I want you to be here.
Okay. Thank you. 今天我想继续和大家分享昨天早晨我们吃早餐时谈论的那个话题。因为昨天我们谈论的那个话题的时间比较长，所以我把它分成了2个部分。今天呢，我就分享下半部分。非常高兴这个话题让很多朋友呢感同身受，大家都在视频下方给我留言，我也希望大家针对此类问题提出宝贵意见。我也会在适当的时间做一期视频，让我先生从专业的角度给大家做详细的解答。I think the depression is different situation.
Tell me why.
Something you said is some bad things happened. Is short time. Is keeps short time. Is not every day. But some people get the depression.
Good.
It's being long time, many years, many.
Weeks or months or years?
Oh, weeks, months, or years. They still cannot recover. That is mental problem, I think.
Well, right. And there's a problem with the fact that we use the same word.
Oh,
because people start thinking that when they have a bad day, that's the same as somebody who has the disease.
yeah.
And they say, well, I have a bad day, but I just get over it. Well, if people who have the disease and it goes on for weeks or months or years, if they could just get over it, they would.
Oh.
They don't want to be depressed.
Oh, yeah. But some people cannot getting better and getting worse.
Right.
Even get suicide.
Right. Even start getting suicide thoughts. Right.
Oh, yeah, that's
Right.
very bad.
Right.
Oh, you said if some people getting to suicide, but they didn't successful, and some people saved their life. They after these things they never get again.
So, right, let me go back to that. Something we talked about a long time ago.
Oh.
When sometimes people say, well, if someone is really suicidal, there is no point in stopping them because they are going to finish it later anyway.
Oh.
But that is not true.
Oh.
If you stop someone in the middle of trying to kill themselves, there is a 90% chance that they will not ever end up killing themselves.
Oh.
Stopping someone from suicide means there is a 90% chance you have actually saved that person's life.
Oh, that's good.
That is a much higher percentage than doing CPR when someone has a heart attack.
Oh.
You know, we want everyone to learn CPR so that they can try to rescue someone who has a sudden heart attack and they fall over.
Yeah.
And we do the breathing and the chest compressions. But the chances that you are actually going to save that person's life are actually very small.
Yeah.
If you stop someone from committing suicide, there is a 90% chance you have permanently saved that person's life. So if you know that someone is attempting suicide, if you think that someone is attempting suicide, it is very, very important to try to stop them from killing themselves.
Yeah, that needs some families to take care.
Right. If you have a family member or a friend or even someone you just know on Facebook, and you think this person might be trying to kill himself, it is very important to try to stop him, because there is a 90% chance that you will actually save that person's life.
Oh, have you ever been made those people in the Facebook?
You know, sometimes it's hard to tell. I can think of at least one person who was saying that he has long-term depression, and he was saying that the suicide thoughts were starting again. And it was a weekend, and he did not know where he could go. He tried calling the telephone counselors, and that did not help him any. And he wanted to know where he could go for extra help without being locked up in a psychiatric hospital. And so I was able to get him to tell me what town he lived in and what part of town. I didn't ask for his exact address, but I asked for what region, what area he lived in. And I went on the internet and found a crisis counseling center
that's good.
that he could go to, and gave him that phone number and that address.
That's good.
And he told me he got back on Facebook the next day and said that he went and stayed there overnight and talked to people there, and it got him through the night until he could call his own psychiatrist the next day.
You saved his
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he would have tried to hurt himself. But he was close enough that it was worth trying to help him find a place that he could go talk.
Yeah. Did you meet him again in the first date?
No.
You didn't know how he's going on? Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
How do you think this breakfast?
Oh, I like the breakfast. That was very good.
Thank you. I think this is too big.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's big enough that it will last me many hours.
How many calories this meal?
Oh, it was kind of big on calories. This bread, the croissant, has a lot of calories. The hot dog has a lot of calories.
Eggs not.
Yeah, egg is, not very high, but some. So probably somewhere in the range of 350 to 450 calories.
Wow, 450. My friends told me if you want to lose your weight, you only eat eggs, cucumber, and milk. Only three things, three food.
Right. Well, and it doesn't really matter what 3 or 4 foods you eat. If you're going to choose a diet like that, it doesn't matter if you choose hot dogs and broccoli. It doesn't matter if you choose apples and peanut butter. If you limit yourself to only 2 or 3 foods, and you limit how much of those 2 or 3 foods, you are still limiting the calories and you will eventually lose weight. So people think that there's a magic combination of foods. Oh, eat this and you'll lose weight. It's not that the food is magical. The issue is that you limit the amount of calories you're taking in. And if you limit the calories enough, you will lose weight.
Okay. Thank you for eating.
Thank you for making.
Good conversation.